Hey everyone, got a couple of names that I just wanted to put on watch going into next week. These are just going to be about three or four names, as honestly, I have about 20 plus names that look like they could go parabolic in the next 2, 3 weeks, especially if the market's going to hold. I'm going to cover Tesla at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't already, go back and watch the video that I released on Tesla and my thoughts on the overall market, as everything I mentioned in that video about SPY and QQQ, it basically materialized and it's starting to come into that melt up phase. Even if you think we're quite extended right now, doesn't mean we have to come down. So make sure you check that out if you haven't, as a lot of those thoughts are still relevant today as they were a couple weeks ago. Now, this first name I have is going to be MDB. This one has been consolidating for a couple of weeks now. We got this massive gap up on earnings. It's starting to consolidate. It's starting to build a demand zone. It's starting to show higher lows on different time frames, and I'm looking to take this long up into about that 370 mark. This honestly, if the market holds and this gets continuation, I do think this could trade about 450, if not all-time highs, by the end of the year. This would be a very big move. About $100 to $180 move is possible on this. I'm personally looking at the 1121 calls and the 1017 expiration. The next one I have is going to be Visa. I've been waiting for this trade to materialize for about the good part of the last 2 months. It just hasn't made its move yet. Today it got the first sign of life, so this is worth noting because it can be the start of a bigger momentum burst to the upside to get that move to new all-time high, or at least a move into this gap fill before it starts to fail and basically roll over. I have it noted right here, the 336 to 340 area. It's going to be pretty key going forward. You can see going left to right how important it's been. So keep this high on watch, especially going into OPEX, as majority of the financial names have gotten pretty significant moves to the upside. This one is a lagger, so there's a lot more potential in this name up into those new all-time highs. It's a $25 swing trade in the next month or so. And definitely keep it on watch once earnings actually comes, because if it doesn't get all-time high in this gap fill prior to earnings and the market is still strong at that given time, I genuinely think this is probably going to gap up towards that all-time high, and this has a chance to get into that $400 area by the end of the year, basically. The next stock that's going to be on watch is going to be AVGO, and I do have it noted up here. Oracle's going to be high watch for swings as well. They've both been pulling back into a discount zone in which these are potential buy areas for swings with time. As long as the overall market, again, stays strong and resilient, semiconductors have been absolutely going parabolic to the upside, and I don't think that's going to stop anytime soon, especially if the market stays as resilient as it has been. So if this holds and this continues up from this gap fill, I'm looking for a move all the way up into 362, up into that new all-time high. This could be about a $30 to $50 swing trade as well, looking at that 1017 and 1121 expiration. Now, the last stock that I wanted to talk about is going to be Tesla. This one's played out basically exactly like what I said in that last video. So if you haven't, go watch that, because the same thoughts still apply going forward into earnings, into the end of the month. This is a new quarter. However, the same thoughts apply because this stock is not done yet. I don't care about this 2-day pullback. It was obviously needed. This has gone parabolic in the past couple of weeks. It went from 350 to 470 in about 1 month time frame. So in the next couple of days, it might take a week or so to kind of set up again. But as long as this is going to hold this general area, this gap fill, might even come down and fill that gap fill, I'm still looking for higher prices. I'm looking for dip buy opportunities, as when earnings comes around, this likely gets up into that 550 to 570 mark. And a keynote, if this trades 570.8 into the middle of November, this is giving it very high odds of getting to 650 plus into the end of the year. Those are just some general thoughts on a couple of names that I was watching. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I have about 20 plus names on watch because this market is just going absolutely crazy. Swing trades are working. Everything's working. Until that stops, there's no point of trying to be short biased. At some point in time, the market is going to turn, roll over, get a steeper correction. But until it actually materializes, focus on these long setups because there's a lot more room to go. And honestly, I don't think we've hit that melt up phase yet. I still think that in the next few weeks, if SPY does not get a massive pullback by October 17th, the next OPEX, I think there's a really good chance that SPY trades into 700s and QQQ is able to trade up into 650s. A side note, do want to mention some other names: Snow, ZS, CrowdStrike. Those are going to be following suit with MDB. They all have $50 to $100 plus moves. Shopify is going to be one of my favorite charts going forward into the rest of the quarter for those tech names. I do think Meta is going to come into play as well in the next 2 weeks. Pay attention to those space stocks, the quantum computing stocks. AI is a really hot theme right now. And last but not least, healthcare. LLY, UNH, they can go absolutely insane if these moves hold. If the market stays strong, they have room for another $100 plus move in the next month. I'm already swinging both of them with time, but keep them on watch. Stay tuned for the next video. If you have any charts that you want me to get to, drop them in the comments down below. And don't forget to like this video and show some love in the comments if you want to see more of these. I would do them more often, but I don't ever get any feedback, so I don't know if people actually care for these. But if you do want to see more, let me know. See you guys in the next video.